Alright, what's up guys? My name is John. I'm doing an introduction to the characters here for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Today we're doing Peach. Uh, Peach is really kind of the best recovery character in my opinion. As for her stats, she's 37th light or 37th heaviest character, tied with Zelda and Zero Suit Samus. So she's one of the lighter characters. She can get launched pretty easily, but she has great recovery moves to balance that out. As for her movement, she's one of the slower characters. Her walking is tied for 42nd with Ness, and her running is 40th. So she's one of the slower characters, doesn't move very well, she's really light so she'll get knocked back a lot, but she does have really good recovery, and I can't stress that enough. She is probably the best recovery character in my opinion, and we'll see why here once we get into her attacks. So for the regular attacks, she has a double slap, that's her main A attack. The up A is a heart, the down A is a low slap. Otherwise, her sideway attack is a kick that goes up vertically. That does have some vertical coverage with it, and opponents can't duck their way out of such an attack like this. Otherwise, for smash attacks, she has this one, which can be a tennis racket, a golf club, or a frying pan. Down is a leg sweep. Not a ton of range on it, but it does hit forward and backwards. Her up smash attack is a spiral, which I think is one of her best attacks, and we'll go through that a little bit later on. As for aerials, she has this regular spin here. Up is a rainbow. Side is butt slam and chop, I guess, if you want to call it that. And down is three kicks. Now with Peach in the air, one thing I want to show you, if you do a double jump and hold the jump button or hold up on the joystick, you can move her around while she floats in the air. I try to use the jump button more than the joystick, just because if you put the joystick up and tilt it too far, she will fall and you won't be able to recover from it, because your double jump is already gone. So I try and use the jump button, that way you can hold it and move around. It lasts a lot longer, I think, when you don't have the risk of accidentally tilting the joystick too far. So as for special moves, you have this one here, which is a shield. The different thing about this one than Mario's cape or Fox's and Falco's shield is it does no damage when you're directly next to an opponent. Get him on the stage here, like this. Normally, a lot of the shields will do damage or flip the opponent or something like that. Peach's does not. So it's a purely defensive move, no offense. We'll send him over here. Down B pulls up a turnip. Sometimes it can pull up this little guy that sometimes will drop as an item in battles. None of them are really strong. It's not a very great move, but it does allow her to keep range from opponents. Her sideways special attack is this hip check move. That's one of my favorite moves of Peach's. It is faster than how she can normally dash. It doesn't charge, so it's going to be the same damage and same knockback every time. But it is kind of a surprise move for Peach. Catch people off guard, so anytime you see an opening for that, I would say try and use it. If you spam it though, people will be able to predict it. It is a predictable move. A lot of people are looking for it. Otherwise, her up B move is this parasol here. So it's basically another jump, and you get a slow falling rate, so you can really maneuver yourself around. So let's get into how to recover the best way with Peach here. So let's just say this is the edge of the stage, for example. So we get way off the stage. Okay, so we're saying we're down here, right? So you jump up and you can float over. Shoot. So you can... Ugh, let me get this here. Sorry about that. So you jump up and you float over, and then you can use her up B to get another jump plus float with a parasol. So her recovery is pretty much, I mean, out of this world. It's top notch. So even though she gets sent flying a lot, it's not a big deal because she can recover very well. As for defeating opponents, her throws are not really anything fantastic. Her up throw is probably her highest knockback one. They do have to be at a pretty high percentage for that to actually KO them. Otherwise, her down B one is a little tough to combo with, just because it does send them at an angle, not straight up like Luigi's or some others might. You can combo with it, and it's pretty effective. If you can, especially if you can land a tennis racket or a frying pan with that side smash move. With those, the difference is the golf club hits them for 17, or not 17, it's more when it's full. But the golf club is just regular damage, regular knockback. The frying pan actually sends them up, not left or right, and it does... yeah, so it'll send them up. It does a little more damage than the other two. The tennis racket does the least damage, but it has the highest knockback, and that is a left and right knockback too. So if you want to send them off the stage, use the tennis racket, and it is in that order. So tennis racket, golf club, frying pan. I'm not sure what the first one is. I'm not sure if there's a formula that someone might have figured out, but it always goes tennis racket, golf club, frying pan. So try and cycle it through to the one you feel like you're going to need to finish the opponent, and then drop that one on them when you get the opportunity. Excuse me. So, I guess that's about it for Peach. She's really good on the edges and in the air because she does have the floating move, so she can get away from people very effectively with that. Also, because of her recovery, you can get people off the stage and try and footstool them, like so, where you jump on their head. If you do that while they're trying to recover or off the stage, it'll send them into a tumbling state, which is hard to recover from. But Peach can recover extremely well off of that. So even if you yourself get footstooled as Peach, it's not a lot to worry about because of her great recovery ability. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot other than this hip check move or her up smash attack. Those are the two best knockback moves or KO moves, whatever you want to figure them out as. She's not a great combo player. It's kind of just... bait them to the edge or damage them slightly until you can get one of your big moves off. I'm not a big fan of Peach. Peach is actually pretty big in the competitive world with a lot of people because of her recovery abilities. I'm not a fan myself, but there are a lot of people who are, so Peach can definitely be a great character if you learn the ins and outs of her. Hope this video helped you to learn a little bit. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'll be uploading quite a few more of these. I'm going to try and go in order as best I can, but if you leave a comment on what character you'd like to see, if I get a lot of comments for those particular characters, I'll upload those ones first. Otherwise, if you know someone who needs this video, feel free to share it on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you can get this out to. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye now.